Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. CEDRİC Diggory, the head of the Hufflepuff clan, and he's the first death in Harry Potter, which is my claim to fame. It was definitely my concept to jump out of the tree, like at the beginning for my intro, which I then kind of repeated later on in Twilight. For some reason, I always have the suggestion to be like, why doesn't he just appear just like jumping out of a tree?
This strapping young lad must be CEDRİC, am I right? Sir.
I'd sort of fallen into it. I mean, it was so terrifying. I remember the first scene I ever shot on that was in the magical maze at the end, and I'd never done anything with special effects and stunts, and it was a big deal at the time. It felt like very, very intimidating. I think I'd read a book on method acting. The only thing I really got out of that was just beating yourself up before every single scene. That was basically my only concept of how to prepare for a scene. I was psyching myself up as if I was getting into a fight or something before these scenes, and just screaming into a pillow and like fighting, punching myself and like kind of ripping my clothing and stuff. But I had all these prosthetic wounds on, and all of the prosthetics would melt off my face, and I'd have to have all my makeup done again. But I had no concept of how to kind of get into a psyched up physical state. I remember holding a wand and thinking that it felt so dorky to hold it like a magic wand, so I'm holding it like a gun with two hands, thinking I'm in like a Die Hard movie. I think I even have one eye closed when I'm like looking down, like it's got a viewfinder on it. I spent a lot of time living off the Harry Potter money. I moved to an apartment in Soho in London. I really thought I was going to do music at that point. I don't know where I had the kind of belief in that, because there was absolutely no one saying that there's a kind of music career on the table. But I was doing a lot of gigs all the time. I was just constantly doing open mics all the time. And then I ran out of money, basically. It was definitely going the wrong direction in terms of a career up until Twilight.